Shalom. I see one person up in here. Let me know if y'all can hear me now. Is that clear? Can y'all see and hear me? Can y'all see and hear me? Is that clear? Is that clear? Hebrew, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Shalom, 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 shalom. That's static, but I can hear you. Man, what? It's still static, bro. Alright. I want this to go forward without no interference. Or I might have to just come on here another day and do this. It ain't a real long class. It's a real short class. It's probably about what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13 scripts. You know what I'm saying? It ain't real long. So if it's too staticky, then you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna come on here another time and do it. So let me know if there's too much static or if there's any static at all. Let me know. Let me know if it's a lot of static. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Wait till some more people come up in here. Let me know if it's still, you know what I'm saying, choppy, if the audio still choppy. Alright, so I can still be heard well enough. If I can still be heard well enough, you know what I'm saying, throw some sevens up in there. I know it ain't number like 4 people up in here. I'm only going live on YouTube right now. I ain't got a Facebook live up. You know what I'm saying? Just going in on YouTube real quick. You know what I'm saying? And we see the title of the little chop session. We just gonna go in real quick on this little folly day. You know what I'm saying? And idolatry in general. You know what I'm saying? The title of the lesson is Idolatry Makes You an Enemy of Yah. And by the end of this little chop session, that's gonna be very evident. You know what I'm saying? That idolatry makes you an enemy of Yah. And the Negro, we the main ones off in the mix. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention, we the main ones off in the mix. I don't know where that static coming from, people. It ain't, my background quiet right now. It ain't nothing on, no TV on, no heat on, no nothing on. It's straight quiet. So that's the enemy of the airwaves. But uh, like I was saying, like the Negro is right off in the mix with these heat. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is the Most High give us feast days. You know what I'm saying? And now even he give us feast days. We got Passover, Pentecost, unleavened bread, tabernacles, and a lot of these feast days is 8 days. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, he give you new moon feast. He allow you to feast on a new moon, and then he give you a weekly. You know what I'm saying? But we choose to partake in heathen festivals and heathen ceremonies, do heathen rituals. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I won't be no excuse on the day of judgment. Because man has always had the choice. Israel has always had the choice. You know what I'm saying? You got the Most High's holy days, and then you got these heathen feast days. And the Negro deliberately chooses to be a heathen. And then I'm gonna say this: in 2020, bodies finna start dropping for this idolatry because it's to where now you know what the deal is about these holidays. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to hear more and more people on the radio and on TV say stuff like, well, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't do the holidays, pagan holidays, but, you know, the kids, you know, my kids, see, I'm doing this for the kids. And I can guarantee you the kids don't give a damn about Christmas. You want to know how I know the kids don't give a damn about Christmas? Because just everything you got them, just say, you want this now, or you want to wait till Christmas. And guess what they going to say? I want it now. I want it now. So who's really pushing these traditions on the children? Is it really for the kids? Is it really for the kids? Like y'all say, or is it another excuse to fulfill your lust to do these holidays? Which one is it? Which one is it? Because that'll prove it if the children care about the day or not. They don't care about the damn day. They just care about the shoes and the clothes and the toys that they gonna get. Which you can do that any day. You can do that any day. Well, see, you know, I'm off, see, and my mama barbecuing, and I ain't seen my drunk uncle, and since he got out of rehab, and like my brother, my Aunt Melly say, my mama biscuit. The Negro come up with every excuse, you know what I'm saying, to do these holidays. I know y'all probably hear that noise. Y'all gonna have to excuse that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's gone now, but I don't know if y'all heard that or not. But I know it's pretty loud. But yeah, the Negro come up with every excuse. Every excuse, right? And just like when our forefathers in the scriptures partook in pagan rituals, you know what I'm saying, they involved the kids in that. The kids ended up getting passed through the fire and dying. Just like then and just like now. When you want to include it's for the kids, they end up with the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Which is death. You know, sacrificing the mole, that was physical, but idolatry with Christmas, that's a spiritual death, and it's eventually gonna get them thrown in the lake of fire for keeping these traditions that you taught them. The best excuse a Negro got is just look at their faces. They look so happy. Them kids look so happy, don't they? Just look at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, has your child become an idol as well? You know what I'm saying? For you to consider your child's feelings more important than what the Most High commanded you to do and commanded you to teach your shit. Has your child become an idol to you? Has their feelings become an idol to you? Well, they just don't rob them of the memories. Don't rob them of the memories now. Just the cookies and the milk. You know what I'm saying? As if the children can't have memories doing their heritage, doing their culture, doing their feast days, doing their new moon feast. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with their fellow brothers and sisters, creating memories on tabernacles. You know what I'm saying? It just be excuses why people want to do these holidays. So let's get into these scriptures. We just got a few scriptures. 10 to 13 scripts. 10 to 13 scripts. Let's go to Ephesians first. Let's go to the book of Ephesians. See, it's for the kids. See, the kids. Okay. Ain't no excuses on Judgment Day. We in Ephesians chapter 2. Let's do 1 through 6. And it says, and you have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world. See that? The course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Now that right there just says, you walk according to the course of the world, and if you walk according to the course of the world, then you follow the prince of the power of the air, and we all know who that is. That's Satan. So if you walking according to the course of the world, you are following Satan. The course of the world, what is the course of the world doing now? Christmas Eve. And then tomorrow they're going to be doing Christmas, right? So it said the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Hey, let me know if I can still be heard clear enough to where I can keep going, y'all. Let me know if I can still be heard clear enough. I know it's going to be static, but you know what I'm saying? Just let me know if that's still clear enough for y'all. Seven up there. Okay, okay. Got one up in there. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Verse 3 it says, among whom also we among whom also we had our conversation in time past, in the lust of our flesh. In the lust of our flesh, to walk after the course of the world is to walk in the lust of your flesh. See, when all the when you get past all the excuses, that's why the Negro still keeps Christmas today. Because he lusts to do this. He lusts to, you know what I'm saying, to just to partake in the ceremonies, the food. You know what I'm saying? The Negro will swear up and down he's not doing it because he's celebrating a pagan holiday. He'll throw you every excuse in the book, but you still doing the ritual. Here you are, matching pajamas, red and green. You see what I'm saying? You bowing before that tree when you bend over to pick the gift up. You still going through all the rituals, but you claim you not celebrating. How is that? It says fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But Yah, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, had quickened us together with the Mashiach. By grace ye are saved, and have raised us up together, and have made us sit together in heavenly places in her Mashiach Yahweh. So if you are sitting in heavenly places with her Mashiach Yahweh, then there's no idolatry that can go on in his presence. Because he said, have no other gods in my face before me. If he say before me, his eyes are in every place. That means you are to never put another idol in your mind before him. That's plain and simple, right? So it says, we read in verse 2, it says, where in time past you walked according to the course of the world. It says, according to the prince of the power of the air. So we don't have the spirit of the world. We got the spirit of the Most High. Those who are led by the spirit of Yah are the sons of Yah. And you know what the spirit told us to do now? While they feasting, we don't fast. Be it whatever type of fast you choose to do. A complete dry fast, water fast. You know what I'm saying? You fast from meat. Whatever the Most High put on your spirit to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's what spirit we rocking in. We rocking in the spirit of the Most High. And the spirit moved on a few brothers, you know what I'm saying, to call a fast in the nation. So that's what we doing. Alright, let's go to the next spot. Let's go to 1 John. Just a few scriptures. Book chapter. 1 John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2, 15 through 17, it says, love not the world. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. What are the things that are in the world? Pagan holidays, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Christmas Eve, right? It says, love not the world. These are the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. That's plain and simple. It says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So you can't walk try to play both sides of the fence and be like, well, I do this in reverence to Jesus. Nah, he ain't got nothing to do with it. He ain't got nothing to do with this, and we ain't gonna get into the whole history of it because I know my aunt coming with a class on you know what I'm saying on the whole pagan folly day known as Christmas. I believe it's coming up Shabbat. So we just gonna hit a few scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And just address the excuses Negroes be making. You know what I'm saying? And show you how when you partake in idolatry, you are an enemy of the Most High, and He will cause bodies to drop behind you. All right. Verse 16. It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father." You see that? It says the lust of the flesh. You see that? So that gratification that you get for doing these things that are of the world. Oh, I just feel so good around this time of year. You see that gratification, that lust of the flesh? But my big mama, my big mama just did this. She passed this down to my mama. And my mama just passed it to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the lust of the flesh, that gratification that you get for doing something that's of this world, that's not of the Father. Then he said the lust of the eyes. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to. You know what I'm saying? You got. This year I've seen more people who is in the truth turn back and keep Christmas. I've seen plenty of people do that this year. Who've been in this truth and then turned back and kept Christmas. Why? Because they fell for that lust of the eyes. See that spirit of disobedience that's working in these children of Satan that's out there. The lust of the eyes and the pride of life. You attach to things that's of this world. He said these three things are not of the Father. So if it's not of the Father, then who are you of? It's plain and simple. Ain't no gray area. You are saved. Verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yah abideth forever. You see that he that doeth the will of Yah abideth forever. Alright, let's go to the next spot. 1 Peter chapter 4. 1 Peter chapter 4. Towards the end of this chop session, just email any type of questions that you got. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no problem. We'll be glad to answer any type of questions you have according to the scripture. This is Most High's will. So let's get this real quick. 1 Peter chapter 4, 1 through 5. 1 Peter chapter 4, 1 through 5. It says, "For as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind." Ooh. It says, just like Hamashiach suffered in the flesh, he said, get ready to do just like your master. Your life ain't gonna not be like he. He didn't suffer just so you can ice skate through to the kingdom. Now he said the servant ain't above his master, right? He said, for he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin. You see that? So if you going through fiery trials, if you out here suffering, that's a sign that you have ceased from intentional sin, willful sin. willful sin. See, if you ain't suffering or going through nothing, then you might be of this world. You might be of this world if you're not catching hell, persecution, funny looks around this time of the year. And it may be because you conform. It may be because of that. They said, for he that suffereth in the flesh have ceased from sin. Verse 2, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yah. For in time past our life may suffice. For in time past, I'm sorry, y'all, that was my baby girl in my neck. He says, for in time past our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in the city, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and check this one out, this last one, abominable idolatry. He said, look, the life we lived before we came into this truth, look, we did enough of that. We did enough of the wild partying, of the wild drinking. Of all he not only did he call it idolatry, he said abominable idolatry. He said he said, look, for the times past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentile. This is what heathens do. This is what heathens do. And we were Gentiles. Those who did keep the heathen customs of Christmas and now have come into this truth. You see that we was living like Gentiles. He said when we walked in the cities, lust, excess of wine. Ain't this what's always going on? This time of year, lust, excess of wine, abominable idolatry, verse 4, wherein they think it strange. They think it's strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. You see that people think you strange, think you weird, think you don't know how to have fun, think you bored, think you a bum, think you a Grinch. You see that they speak evil of you, but check this out, verse 5. Who shall give an account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? They're going to have to give an account. You see that for calling you weird. You know what I'm saying? For thinking you strange. Right? Let's go to the next spot. Let's go to Galatians chapter 5. You know what I'm saying? This is just something light. This ain't nothing too heavy. This ain't no real meaty lesson. This something, you know what I'm saying? It's a little glass of milk for the brethren out there. Just in a few basic scriptures. Right, Galatians chapter 5. We're going to pick it up at verse 16. Go read 16 through 21. Go read 16 to 21. You see, all the excuses is out the window. It ain't for the kids. The kids don't care. Because if you gave them everything that you got under that tree now, last week, they wouldn't be complaining. So do the children really give a damn? Or like I said earlier, is that the parent fulfilling their lust and including the kids? Just like our forefathers did when we sacrificed them to Molech. Because the children weren't even old enough to even know what was going on. They was just getting passed through the fire. The parents including the kids in the pagan rituals. And the children, just like then, today getting the short end of the stick by participating in it. But anyway, Galatians chapter 5, verse 16, it says, then this I say then, walk in the spirit. Walk in the spirit, and ye should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another. So ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest. Let's see what the work of the flesh is. It says, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry. Whoa, idolatry is a work of the flesh. That's why Negroes want to do it. See, all that, well, see, it's for the kids. Well, see, really, I just do it because I'm off and Big Mama barbecuing and the kids and I get paid extra. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse because, see, today, the Negroes sit up here today in 2020 and tell you, well, I know it ain't, you know, got nothing to do with none of that. I know he wasn't born on this day. See, I'm not celebrating, see, but then you would sit down, right, in your red and green. You would sit down, everybody sit down around the tree. You see what I'm saying? Say all this fake, sentimental, emotional, give all these little fake, sentimental speeches on what you thankful for, and everybody sipping eggnog, kissing under the mistletoe. You got the ham sitting up there on the table. Got the chitlins sitting there up there on the table. You see what I'm saying? But you claim you not worship. You lust to do this every year. That's why you do it. Not because of the children. Not because you off and Big Mama barbecuing and it's really the only time you get to kick it with family. All those are excuses. And the Negro think because he so-called remix the reason why they do holidays that's gonna be good enough on the day of judgment for the Most High. The Negro think he can remix stuff and make it sound good for Yah when Yah gave straightway commandments. Don't do this, don't do that. And here go the Negro today think he's smarter than his forefathers who got wiped out for idolatry, who got kicked out the land for idolatry. He think he can come and remix it. Well, see, Lord, see, Big Mama was cooking, see, and see them children. I just couldn't stand to see their faces just sad when they woke up and wasn't nothing under that tree, Lord, see, and my kids, see. Man, look, that's idolatry, the work of the flesh, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, seditions, heresy, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. So if you're not in the kingdom, where are you going? Purgatory? Nah, nah. We all know what that is. We all know what that is. Well, see, brother, I don't believe what you believe. See, what's up, man? I'm live. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to the next part because the Negro will be like, well, see, brother, I don't believe what you believe. And I'm standing here looking at this Negro. Oh, you don't, huh? The Negro think he has a say-so in the matter. Let's go to the next part, Deuteronomy 29. Deuteronomy 29. Deuteronomy 29. It's crazy because the Negro think he can do what he want to do and serve the Most High how he want to serve the Most High. But then wonder why all this is happening to us. Like like how? How do you think that's logical? How do you think that's logical? But anyway, let's go to Deuteronomy 29. I'm gonna pick it up at verse 9. Let's read 9 through 15. It says, keep therefore the words of this covenant. Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them. that ye may prosper in all ye do. Hold this part right here. Let's go see what the words of the covenant were. Let's go to Exodus 34. Let's go to Exodus 34 real quick. 34 and verse 28. Exodus 34 and verse 28. And it says, and he was there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. And he did neither eat bread nor drink water. And he wrote upon the table the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments. Wow. So the words of the covenant were the 10 Commandments, right? Let's flip to Exodus 20 real quick. Flip to Exodus 20. I might come back and do a more in-depth lesson on, spiritual fornication and idolatry. Exodus 20 and verse 2, I'm picking up in verse 2, it says, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. You see that? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Well, I'm not bowing to no idol. Well, that tree is an idol. I ain't bowing. You ain't bowing, but tomorrow morning you gonna be reaching down and getting gifts. Well, when you reach down and get that gift, what you call that? The Negro gonna be trying to kick the gift away from up under the tree tomorrow. You see that verse 5, it says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the father upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate. Let's go back to the Deuteronomy 29. Verse 9, it says, keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do. You stand this day, all of you, before the Lord your God, your captains of your tribes, your elders and your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and thy stranger that is in thy camp, from the hew of thy wood unto the draw of thy water, that thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord thy power, into this oath, and into his oath, which the Lord thy God maketh with thee this day, that he may establish thee today a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a power, as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and to Jacob. Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath. I'm reading this because, see, the Negro think he got a choice in the matter. Well, see, I don't do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? They think this Hebrew way of living is a religion. You know what I'm saying? So look at this. It says you don't have a choice in the matter. Either get down with this or bodies finna start dropping for this idolatry. Because in the information age in 2020, it ain't no excuse now. The information is out there, been out there. So verse 14, he said, neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day before Yahweh our power, and also with him that is not here with us this day. I wasn't there when he made the covenant. You weren't there when he made the covenant. But he said, look, I made this covenant with everybody that was standing here and everybody who wasn't here. So the excuse of, well, I don't do what y'all do, that ain't no excuse. According to Deuteronomy 29 and verse 15. You blood bought. You blood bought. Let's go to Job chapter 14. No excuse for the Negro. Let these heathens do Christmas. Let these heathens do Thanksgiving. These day feast days. Job 14:4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? Not one. If it started off as idolatry, it's going to end as idolatry. You can't come around and remix nothing. You can't come around and remix nothing and try to make it sound good. Well, see, Lord, I was off and, Big Mama be cooking them ribs and, man, most I ain't trying to hear none of that. Let's go to Sirach 34. Sirach 34. We just got a few more. Sirach 34, verse 4, it says, of an unclean thing, what can be clean? You see that? So if some started out as a pagan ritual, you can't clean that up and try to present that to the Most High as something righteous. Because it just said, of an unclean thing, what can be clean? And it says that from that thing which is false, what truth can come? How can you turn something that was dedicated to a false God and try to make it about the truth, the way, and the light, which is Yahushua Hamashiach, and try to attach the Torah to it? You can't. You can't. There's two witnesses right there. There's two witnesses right there. Sirach 32 and verse 17. Sirach 32 and verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved. A sinful man will not be reproved. Since I really researched, right? A sinful man, verse 17, it says a sinful man will not be reproved. But watch this part. It said, but findeth an excuse according to his will. Ooh. You see that? A sinful man won't be reproved, but they gonna find an excuse to do what they want to do. Why? Because earlier we read that idolatry is the lust of the flesh. That's why. That's why they always gonna find the excuse to do what they want to do, because they gotta fulfill the lust of the flesh. And we read in 1 John, if you're driven by the lust of the flesh, the love of the Father is not in you. If you're driven by the lust of the eyes. You see what I'm saying? For you to be in this truth and to look back on Christmas and be like, I missed that. And to make myself feel better, I'm going to throw the kids in there. And say, see, look at their faces. Look at their faces. But no, that started with you being enticed still by the feeling of Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Which you had to set aside the spirit of the Most High and get in what they call the Christmas spirit. You see that? You got to put aside the spirit of the Most High, right? Ignore everything that's telling you. You know what I'm saying? And put yourself in a heathenistic vibration and spirit. You know what I'm saying? The love of the Father is not in you. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10. We all know about this. Jeremiah chapter 10. Now this is thousands of years before Hamashiach had a birth date. Came in the flesh, right? Came in the flesh. And then he never told you to celebrate his birthday. They never gave a date. And then another thing, his birth wasn't a joyous occasion either. You know what I'm saying? People want to make his birth seem like it was just this joy to the world occasion. Right? That wasn't no joyous occasion. He was being hunted. But here we are thousands of years later. You know what I'm saying? And we got this madness going on. So Jeremiah 10, let's read 1 through 5. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. but the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. The customs of the people are worthless. The celebration of Christmas is worthless. Y'all see that? Custom, right? So he finna go into a few of a custom of the people, a worthless custom. Now we didn't start off reading thus says the words of the young lion, right? The words of Yahweh. He said this custom is worthless. This one in particular, he said this one is worthless. It says, for one cutteth the tree out of the forest. Out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but they speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. So that custom that he's describing is what you see going on today on the day that people call Christmas. Now this is in the book of Jeremiah. The Messiah has not come in the flesh yet. So people were doing this, and the Most High called this a vain custom, a worthless custom. So this is declared by the Most High unclean thing, right? So what clean can come out of it that the Most High called worthless? What worthless can come out of something that's not? You see what I'm saying? We read that. We read that. Wow. Let's go to number 25. Because most people think it's a game with the Most High. Most people think it's a game with the Most High. Number 25. When bodies start dropping because of the idolatry, don't look surprised. Don't look surprised. Number 25. I'm gonna pick this up in verse 1. Number 25, verse 1. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom. The people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods. Y'all come on and eat Christmas dinner. Big Mama cooking breakfast, bacon and ham, and come on over here to Christmas dinner, eat Christmas dinner with us. We having a seafood bar. It says the people they called unto the people their sacrifices unto their gods. And the people did eat. And the people did eat. And bow down to their God. So on this day, don't you eat and bow? Don't y'all call people? You see what I'm saying? To come eat the food that y'all made in reference to the day of Christmas. Don't y'all bow when y'all, boy, don't get that gift. Don't get the first gift. Junebug, you first up. Don't Junebug. Junebug go over there. He's looking. Oh, hey, he gone over there, and guess what Junebug do? He bends over, he bows and picks the gift up. Oh, it says, and bow to their God, verse 3. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Israel. Woo! And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Israel. Verse 4. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before Yahweh against the sun, that the first anger of Yahweh may be turned away from Israel. You see, the only thing that could appease the wrath of the Most High, he said, look, everybody who bowing down and eating in reverence to Baal Peor, I need their heads hanging up in the sun. That's the only way I'm going to be satisfied. That's the only way I'm going to be satisfied. You see that? So when he give his servants today the radical command to rebuke your ass sharply. No, we got those orders from our Father, and no, we just following the example that we see here. This was a sharp rebuke to go and start whopping heads off. Look, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Your ass might get cut up with these scripts, but we ain't chopping heads off. You see, the Most High had heads chopped off of this. Verse 5. And it says, and Moshe said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moshe, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle. Here go a comb, right? It says, and when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. Whoa! Now, somebody there call you radical today. They'll call you radical for this today. You see what I'm saying? Now, look, we take radical measures. Just because we may be related by blood, you can't come around me with no idolatry, and I don't want to be around you. Especially if you was walking this thing and turned back. Oh no, you were enemy of the Most High and me, and to the nation. You read in that third Maccabees, it tell you that the brothers who sold out, we denied them community life and service and worship. Nah, you can't come back around here. See, brothers been getting radical about this truth. This just ain't started yesterday with the Israelites. Brothers been standing up bold for this truth. This brother took a javelin and finna kill these people for idolatry. Verse 8, and he went after the man of Israel to the tent. Went after him first. Went after him first. And thrust both of them through. The man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. You see that 24,000 bodies drop. 24,000 bodies drop. Woo! And ain't this a plague amongst so-called Babylon right now? And y'all in idolatry? Didn't the plague break out because of idolatry right here in this number 25? Ooh-wee. Ooh. You better hope you stay COVID free, keeping Christmas. Huh? Mm. Most High might send a plague to your house. Better be careful. It says, verse 10, and Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, have turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. See, that should be inspiration to the brother and sister who may feel like, you know what I'm saying, because they rebuke that family member. You know what I'm saying, that they all alone. Now the Most High gonna reward you for that. Because see, had you not said nothing, who's to say? The Most High probably had smoke for your auntie before you told her what she was getting herself into. He probably was about to come visit her. Or visit your uncle or your cousin or whoever you told. This says, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace. shall have it, his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his power and made an atonement for the children of Israel. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 is the last spot. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all 9 people who tuned in to listen to me run my mouth. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit gave me utterance. You know what I'm saying? I just came on here and did what the Spirit told me to do. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, I'm going to pick it up in verse 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. And it says, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye will be ignorant. I would not that ye will be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and passed through the sea and were baptized under Moshe in the cloud and in the sea. Right? So verse 1 lets you know who he's talking to. Even though this is the book of Corinthians, he's not talking to a heathen. Right? He's talking to Israelites that were in Corinth, that were keeping pagan customs, but were coming back into the knowledge of who they were, who they were actually. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these brothers were still, they had mixed worship. You know what I'm saying? You had a bunch of Greek Jews, which we can show through history and through the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You had not only Greek Jews, you had Asiatic Jews, Israelites from all over the world, right? Who were, especially the Greek. I'm speaking specifically of the Greek Jews, who would partake in heathen customs. You know what I'm saying? Worship like heathens, but they will also travel back to Jerusalem for the feast day. You know what I'm saying? So you had brothers eating from both tables. These brothers, they were Israelites living in Corinth who were keeping pagan customs. You know what I'm saying? And they start coming back into the knowledge of who they were. You know what I'm saying? And so Paul's writing to these brothers. Alright? So he's saying our Father. So if he was just writing the heathens, he wouldn't use words like ours. Right? So verse 3 it says, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did drink the same spiritual drink, but they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. That rock was the Mashiach. But with many of them, Yah was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things were for our example, with the intent that we should not lust after evil things. You see that? We should not lust after evil things. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. See that? Neither be ye idolaters, as some of them, as were some of them, as it is written. People sat down to eat, drink, and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 320,000. Neither let us tempt the Mashiach, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of serpents. So Paul running down a whole list, a whole track record, you know what I'm saying, of idolatry offenses of the nation of Israel. He said, now these, verse 10, verse 10, neither murmur, ye as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happened unto them for our example, and they were written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yah is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So even if you were tempted to go back into the world and keep Christmas, you know what I'm saying, the Most High, he gave you a way out. He gave you a way out. And you know what some of you Negroes still did? Ignored it and kept Christmas. Now you see why the judgment is set, and it won't be no excuse because people are making conscious decisions in this hour to totally ignore the spirit of the Most High, to totally ignore what they know is correct according to the scripture. Verse 14, wherefore my beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men. Judge ye what I say. I'm sorry. Judge ye what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Hamashiach? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? Mm. For we being many are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. And we are partakers of that one bread and body. So if we partakers of one body, which the body comes with a set of instructions. You know what I'm saying? The Christmas ain't in this body. You know, so how are we sitting at this table and then that table? And then for a Negro to try to twist Christmas into making it mean something righteous, it's just like sitting at same table eating and inviting Christ. It's like sitting at table eating and picking up the phone and be like, hey, Hamashiach, you want to come over eating, man? We just over at Hashatan house chilling, eating. Come on over. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. It says, behold, Israel after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifices, partakers of the altar. You see that? So he said, behold, Israel after the flesh, he said, are not they which eat of the sacrifices, partakers of the altar. So if you eat of the sacrifices, you are partaking of the altar, which is where the worship takes place. If you eat, the eating is part of the worship. You cannot separate the two. You cannot say, I'm not celebrating, and then go eat Christmas dinner. Can't do that. It says, what say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idol is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Yah. So our brothers, which were among the Gentiles who he's writing to, they were going after their customs and worshiping like the Gentiles. But yet many of them were still coming up to Jerusalem to keep the feast day as well. So Paul letting them know, look, y'all can't do both. It's time for y'all to choose up. It's time for y'all to choose up. You can't eat you can't eat. He finna let you know in this following verse, you can't drink of the cup of Yahweh and the cup of devil. Verse 21. Ye cannot, I'm gonna read verse 20 again. But I say, the things that which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice unto devils and not to Yah. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink of the cup of Yahweh and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. Do we provoke Yahweh to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm gonna start asking you, Negroes, when you start spewing your excuses. Do we not provoke Yahweh to jealousy? Are you stronger than him? Are those excuses strong enough to sway his judgment on Judgment Day? Are we stronger than him? Nah, we not. We not. But I just wanted to come on here, man, and drop those little, you know what I'm saying, those little nuggets. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong out there. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused, stay focused, like,